How you doing? One of these mornings I'll get you out here to garden.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Home Depot blueberries. I'm gonna give you the full guide, step by step, on what to do. Let's get to it.
Backyard Central. One of these mornings, let's grow. Yeah. One of these mornings, let's grow. Yeah. Yeah. One of these mornings,
Peach Sorbet.
let's grow.
Look at this foliage. And of course they zip tied at the bottom. I might need something sharper, but this thing looks good so far. If you didn't know you can get plant shipped, well you can. Beautiful thing. Just don't know where I want to put it. I want to put it over there or over there. Let's go take a look actually, because blueberries should do well in pots. Will do well in pots. I could put it here, but I already have these over here. I'm gonna have to pick these soon. This is potato vines right next to this Barbados cherry. It'd be nice to have a little fruit section, but then also like sunflowers. I don't know, artichokes growing in right here too. Or, hear me out. I do have this blueberry over here too. That's a Biloxi. I could plant it right next to it, or I could put it in a pot right next to the whole thing. I don't know if that's going to be too close together, plus all this going on. Y'all know how I love my pots, so this is what we're working with. We got, I think these are 10 gallons, and then this is like a 20 gallon or something. But this is so much easier to manage, and the thing with blueberries, they really like acidic soil, so this might be in a way easier. I don't know what size I want. I can put it right there though. You know the struggle when you garden, like you got to consolidate and make space for things, and then all of a sudden you can't walk through there. Decisions. All right.
Let's grow.
If this tastes like peaches and blueberries, I'm gonna be stunned. First thing you want to do though is get the size. You don't want it to be the same size pot. That looks like might be too small, or perfect size. I don't know, but I could put it over there, get more space, more blueberries out of it. Do you want a whole bunch of smaller blueberries, or do I want two big blueberry plants? Like, am I gonna get more blueberries? Probably makes sense to put in the black, but I think I'm gonna put it in the bigger one. Yep, winner. This is how I fill up my pots. I don't put rocks at the bottom. You got all this cardboard, use it. Take off all the tape and everything. It rained. I try to keep soil on tap, so I gotta make some more of this sludge. It's a weird season right now, just randomly raining. But I got this stuff to make some. I'm gonna show you how to make the soil. Also, they like it acidic, so what we got here, peat moss, is the acidity that it needs right here. So we're gonna do this mixed in with a couple other things. We got this decomposed granite. You can use sand. The more you use that, it's heavy. Then you got perlite. Realistically, you could do a 1-to-1 perlite to peat moss and be fine. But water retention, things like that, and the decomposed granite I can get pretty easily. The perlite not so much. So perlite's gonna be easier to move things around, but this peat moss is really what makes this really acidic.
One of these mornings, let's grow. Yeah. One
normally mix in buckets, but this is kind of what we're looking like. I put way too much peat moss in there to get some of it out. But you also want to add something like lava rock, for instance. This the bacteria will live in this, or if you have any of those clay pebbles. And then we also have some of these thicker, I forget what it's called, but this is perlite, decomposed granite, and things like this. You want your bacteria that spreads to live in there. You got a little bit of charcoal. I normally like to break this down a little bit more, but realistically, as long as it's in there, all my stuff love it. I make pretty much the same soil for literally everything I make. Got mycorrhiza and plant boosters. I've heard that this stuff doesn't survive when it's in this form, but whatever the case is, I have the bags. I'm going to use it. One's for beneficial bacteria, one's to help boost growth. I have it, so I'm going to use it. My plants, I do all the same. They all love it. So
let's grow. One of these mornings, let's grow. One of these mornings, let's grow.
check out these roots, super fibrous. Part of me sometimes with some things I like to spray them out to keep it allegedly keeps them from going around in circles and allows them to sprawl out, but I'm not going to do it with this guy. I'm just going to put it directly in here.
Let's grow.
Gonna add some of this wet soil in here as well. It's fresh rainwater, so super oxygenated.
Let's grow.
I have to get it moved anyway, so I might as well add it directly to this plant.
These mornings. Let's grow.
Let's get to work.
These mornings. Let's grow.
I love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. Use it on indoors and outdoors. Anytime that Star Nursery, if you're in Vegas, has it. I buy this on sale. Gotta add a little Osmocote. This is what the fertilizer I use, just the basic fertilizer. And this breaks down over time, so it takes like 5 months or so for this to break down. You'd be surprised how much it tells you to put in here. This isn't much in comparison to what the directions say. Gotta hit it with a little bit of this organic growth mulch. I've had success with this stuff. We're making a lasagna, folks.
Let's grow. One of these mornings. Let's grow.
Pine shavings for the last top. This is made for like beddings. It really absorbs a lot of any smell that might come from manures or anything, but I just like the smell in general. And you cannot forget the secret sauce, as I've always said. Fish water, straight from my pond. This stuff so helps with plant shock and things like that. This has nutrients, it has oxygen, everything a plant's gonna love. I always hit this with it. And you can use, there's fish fertilizer, like that dark brown stuff you can buy that. I have a pond specifically for this, work in conjunction. But if you have a pond, use that water, or you have a fish tank, use that water, as long as it's not salt water. Plants love it. And this is pretty much how I treat everything. I always give it the first couple waterings is with this. I've never had anything go into shock. And you want to water in deeply. Make sure there's going to be somewhat of adjustment, leveling off, but not much, because this is inert. Nothing's going to break down. This soil is going to be here forever, like for the most part. If you have bark and things in there, you're going to have to change out your soil periodically. And there we have it, a Peach Sorbet Blueberry from Home Depot. Got it planted. We're going to do it. Look at this foliage. It is just a beautiful plant in general. Peach, can you imagine peach blueberries? Two of my favorite fruits mixed in one, maybe? I don't know. I know taste is subjective. Once I get fruit next year, I'll let you know. But I'm excited for this one. Out of almost everything that I have. And you need things like this to grow fast. Avocados, all these other trees, they take forever. Alright, if you've never seen my videos before, hello. But worm castings with rock dust, right? We feed from the top, so this is going to be the layer above the soil. This can go around the roots. It's not going to cause any issues. It can decay, break down or whatnot. There's no bark and things like that in here. So this goes on the next layer because the roots will grow into that a little bit, right? So this goes right directly on top of the soil. And then on top of that, we're going to have this chicken manure. This does have composted material and things like that on top of it, so you want to put this on top. None of this stuff goes in the soil. This goes on top. We're making a lasagna here. Soil, then worm castings, then all the stuff that can break down on top of it. It feeds down through, goes to the bottom. We have a pot at the bottom of our pots to catch the water a little bit and to keep everything in. And then the grow mulch. This is the mulch that's going to go on the top. I put a thinner layer of this on top of it. We want different types of things breaking down, simulating a forest. Trees and leaves fall, and it makes a forest. That's what feeds. There's no bark in soil. That is not how it works in the forest. And then premium mulch. This will get rid of some of this, any smells that there's going to be. This stuff is super cheap. This was like $10 for this gigantic bag, or maybe it was $6. I don't know, but it's beautiful. That's what I mulch the top with. As you can see, that's all there is to it, step by step. Leave me any comments. Have you had these blueberries before? Every season I say this, but I'm really excited for my next year. Next year is going to be the best year so far. One of these mornings, though, you got to get outside and actually do some gardening. Let's grow.